Hundreds of miles away from Taipei, and just a few kilometers across the water from China, Qin Jiayin gets to work on a busy lunch service. Her restaurant lies on the very edge of Taiwanese territory, on one of the Kinmen Islands. Here, she cooks up food from her hometown, Chongqing, one of the largest cities in China. Qin is one of the over 300,000 Chinese spouses of Taiwanese citizens who live in Taiwan.
第一次来的时候觉得很新鲜，但住久了就觉得不习惯。当时啊，现在就习惯了。
There are 2,500 Chinese spouses like Qin living in Kinmen alone, with nearly 1 in every 15 households on the islands featuring a marriage between a Chinese and a Taiwanese partner. Many of them started businesses catering to the growing market of tourists from both Taiwan and China, eager to visit what was once a Cold War front line, but now a rare source of warmer cross-strait ties.
The COVID-19 pandemic saw millions of people all across the world separated from their families, but the pain of separation was particularly acute here on the Taiwanese-controlled islands of Kinmen. Chinese spouses who live here saw the regular ferry service to China cut off, their homeland visible just across the water.
所以你为什么选择就是留下来在小金门这边？
儿子，卫生纸，儿子，等我一下。
Her lifeline came from an unexpected source: Taiwanese soldiers, hundreds of whom are still posted to the islands. Qin went from being booked out every day to struggling to make ends meet.
连我们可能金门的人都很少出去吃饭啊，干嘛的啊？但是阿兵哥他是必须要吃饭的嘛，对不对？但每个人都会要吃饭，可是因为疫情的关系，真的是差很多。可能以前是9成，可能跌到后面只有2成。
She got through it with a lot of support from her community, and especially other Chinese spouses. In Taiwan, where relations with China are always a sensitive topic, they've formed close-knit communities, finding friendship in their outsider status.
大家好，我叫雅欣，来自福建龙岩。
你好，我是周一兰，我嫁过来金门18年了。
Like Qin, Zhou Yinan and Su Yaxin both own their own businesses in Kinmen, but the COVID pandemic meant that for 3 years, they couldn't see family or friends back home, just across the water in China's Fujian province.
那段时间，我的妈妈在开刀，我们没办法回去。对，然后妈妈的，因为家里的经济状况也不是说很好，也希望我们这一边可以稍微协助。我想到那一段，我还想哭。
因为大家都有亲人，而且更何况，其实很多本地台湾的或金门的都有很多远亲或近亲。如果真的斩断了，我觉得不可想象。
Earlier this year, Taiwan's government reopened the ferry link to China, but there's still only a few services every day, down from dozens before the pandemic. With tensions between Taiwan and China at their highest in decades, and with Taiwan set to choose its next president in 2024, these women are worried what the future might bring.
我们也很害怕两岸战争，你不要说不会，其实我们有某些从国外进来的消息，因为其实两岸的新闻对立面是不一样的，我们所接受到的一些信息是非常有限的。
他们每天都在那边聊得很火热，说哦要打起来了，打起来了，每个人都叫我们回去。这种事情经常发生啊，可是我们在这边就很平静啊。
Kinmen today has a quiet and laid-back atmosphere, but there are reminders everywhere of its militarized Cold War past. Despite its geographical position keeping it in the front lines of cross-strait tensions, residents like Qin and her friends stand as proof that Chinese citizens can live in peace, side by side with Taiwanese. Karma Xu and Ed Moon in Kinmen for TaiwanPlus.